Welcome to Scrapplet. This presentation is going to demonstrate some of the mashup capabilities of the Scrapplet Mashup platform, and it includes OpenAjax functionality and integration with a number of mashup technologies. And this is all using the xwinlib library as part of the integrated platform. So starting with a blank canvas, I emailed myself a link which then resolves to a complex object. That object has additional elements inside of it which will then resolve to additional objects. This is all just standard HTML and JavaScript and CSS. Can plug in via web services to anything that we want on the back end. Each of these objects are independent, they're discrete, they don't have any direct relationship with each other unless we add or allow it to be automated, the integration between them. So we can drop them on the page, move them around, interact with them, set their properties, do a whole host of things with those individual objects. OpenAjax brings it to a completely additional level. So we'll take as an example the viewer object, which is a standard default object within the platform, and then we'll take an extraction widget. Now this extraction widget actually goes out and gets content live from the web, and then given some parameters extracts content out of that and then renders it any way that we want. And then using the OpenAjax components, these two objects are in fact linked together. Even though they're not directly linked, they don't have any direct awareness of each other. However, via the OpenAjax hub, which is an integrated part of this, then that allows them to communicate. So here's the front end, the customized front end for the data extraction widget that allows us to specify an address and go out and get that content. One of the attributes of our mashup platform is that you can use default properties configurations, or you can create your own custom ones. Now in this instance, in addition, we're also going to access the OpenAjax component, and we can see our hub status. There's a single service running, which is the news feed, and in fact that's the object that we're looking at right now. So accessing the properties for that, we can actually see that we can interact with a whole host of events, key down, movement, mouse action, timer action, just a whole number of things, and those are all implemented automatically. No coding is required. However, if you are a coder and would like to fast track this, there's a built-in code generator. It's all pure JavaScript that will allow you to then integrate and customize to your heart's content. In this instance, in the example that we're doing here, there was no coding required. The system uses the built-in default capability of the system. So now the viewer wants to subscribe to that service. So the news feed, whenever some action happens there, in this case clicking on a link, it publishes that information across the hub. Now this guy then subscribes to that feed, and that creates the de facto link. And again, there's no coding required within the system. This is a default object, so I didn't have to do any coding or customization or even have to know about code. However, again, if I am a coder, there's an entire array of functions, functionality, object classes, code generators, and just a host of other information. There's also a lot of tools that are built in for this. This is the Scrapplet Mashup platform OpenAjax Hub console, which provides us a real-time peek into the activity that's going across the hub. So when messages are posted, we're getting the actual message, we're getting the source information, we're getting the destination information. We're also getting the extended components that go along with this, such as was it in fact a window container that sent over, or what was the nature of the data that was sent, and it also allows us to do filtering and a number of other components. So now applying this to specific objects, we applied this to read-write web and extracted a bunch of content from the existing read-write websites and put them into individual mashup components. We'll then use our Scrapplet Mashup platform to then arrange and organize them and have these elements communicate in some interesting ways. We can also then take this content, share it. We can share it across the social networks such as MySpace and Facebook. We also can integrate this with our other existing websites and also do it with blogs and other components. And here's the final product, the page integrated and running live inside of the Scrapplet platform.